and these guys are both out of prisons, which is where they always recruit them out of. And it's the same story every time where they go, even CNN goes, oh, yeah, the FBI went and found the guy, led him, gave him the truck bomb, what he thought was a truck bomb, gave him the other bomb. Totally staged at the same time, now being blamed on Iran, as they openly say Iran now has hidden nukes, just like they said with Iraq, the WMDs that didn't exist, and that Israel may hit Iran. Can you speak to that?
Well, it's all a fallacy, as we know, and it's a setup, and they may be looking to attack Iran, finally.
And they're using the same script. They're just changing the last letter from Iraq to Iran, a Q to an N. We've had a lot of experts and former CIA analysts on. They're saying if Iran is hit, any one of the three scenarios is going to be devastating.
That's right, because I'm sure that Russia and then China will get involved on the other side. It'll be nuclear warfare. There's no doubt in my mind, and all I can say to you is, listeners, go and look at some of the pictures of Hiroshima and Nagasaki a few days after the bomb was dropped. You won't want to look at it. There was nothing left standing virtually.
Well, I'll tell you why I believe it may have been green-lighted. Benjamin Netanyahu says it is. Medvedev, the puppet president of Russia, is saying, oh, we're going to go ahead and put sanctions on Iran. This came 2 weeks after Netanyahu, Jerusalem Post reported, as well as Moscow Times, traveled to Moscow in a secret meeting to get the green light to hit him. And then suddenly Obama announced they're not going to do the missile system now as a tit for tat. It looks like Russia may have gotten on board.
Possible, but I was told by my informants that they are now able to accomplish the same thing via submarine as they could have with the missile emplacements in Poland and the radar in Czechoslovakia. And I was told that Netanyahu was virtually thrown out of the office because he demanded that Russia stay out of it if Israel went after Iran, and there was a big argument. And that's, I have to treat it as rumor, in as much as you never know how good intelligence is. I had that in the publication on Wednesday, I believe. But and one of my people wrote in, and I just actually published it the way it was. But, it's hard to say here what they're going to do because there's so much misinformation, and there's so much information that we don't get. This is a big thing. I do know that they're planning on putting 500,000 troops and mercenaries in Afghanistan, and they got about 160 now, and they're planning.
Yes, that's now been leaked from the Pentagon. 500,000 troops. Boy, what a peacenik Obama is. Let me shift gears here, Bob. I want to get your take on this. Microwave guns. We have video. We've been playing it, driving through neighborhoods. Just no one's even on the street. People are videotaping out their windows. And there's photos we've got. I was looking at it last night. Aaron's still asleep because he was up till 5 a.m., I'm told. I left it at 2 after I was on Coast to Coast AM and did some work here. I should have printed that off, but it was photos and videos on his computer. I can go check during a break and try to find it, of like little kids just walking down the street or in their front yard. No one's, and they got a ball. It's the classic shot. And here comes an armored vehicle hitting them with LRAD. I mean, these cops are just mad dogs, like mad dogs that have tasted blood in a feeding frenzy. I mean, little kids are bad now. And because they're saying no one's allowed on the streets, no one, go in your houses, woo, hitting the. I mean, what is that, Bob?
All I can tell them is we better start taking names. There's going to be retribution for stuff like that.
But I mean, why would police drive through neighborhoods where there are no protesters? You can see on the video as the camera's panning and the photos we've got of separate incidents, and you've got families on their front porches. And Dew and them say they have this video, but they're too busy to try to upload it because they're running on the streets. And then their laptop was crapping out last night. They stayed up late trying to do it. But the point is that they're is that they've got video, they say, of people on their front porches. Douglas has this, just literally being hit with the LRAD, going, why? I mean, now in America you can't be on your porch.
Well, there's one or two reasons. They either want to stir up an uprising by attacking people in this way, or they're just plain demented.
Well, I think it's like a bully likes to sit on top of you and spit in your face and punch you. And I just think it's, they've been told, let them know they're sirs. Let them know you're in charge. They admit the black uniforms and masks are for intimidation.
Well, that's true.
But how can a real man, and I'm not saying I'm some tough guy or something, but I would be ashamed of messing with weak people. I would be ashamed. My instincts are leave weak people alone. But boy, some big guy starts something with me. That gets me fired up. Like, isn't that how you're supposed to be? That a warrior wants to fight other warriors, not go around messing with 9-year-old kids and 95-pound women?
Absolutely. And you're right. That's normality. That's the way normal people would react to that. And people will pick on children and families that are non-combatants, if you want. They're either demented or they're trying to get these people to start shooting at them or something.
Well, they're out of their minds is what they are. This is insane. Amazing. By the way, Dave Mustaine is on. Rob is the producer that handled that. He left town on short notice, didn't get Dave Mustaine's home number he's at right now. He's obvious, and so we've got that now. Dave Mustaine is coming up, start of the next hour. Final segment with Bob Chapman, the international forecaster. Straight ahead. You don't want to miss this.